Hello, dear sisters. Today's video blog is going to be about limitlessness. I'm always talking about limitlessness. I'm talking about how the spirit baby realm is one of limitlessness, and I say how they're coming here to show us our limitlessness. So I talk about this stuff all the time. No limits, limitlessness. But what does that actually mean? What does limitlessness look like? And that's what I'm going to tell you because I have had a glimpse um, 3 years ago, and I'm beginning to get those glimpses again of the limitlessness. And so let me just share with you what that feels like when we are in the vibration, the energy of limitlessness, because this is what we are all striving for, and this is what those spirit babies feel. So let's just paint a picture. I've been on this spiritual journey for 7 years, well, lifetimes and lifetimes, but consciously, where, okay, these are the steps that I'm taking and everything just falls into my lap. It's been 7 years since, well, 2006. My eldest son was 18 months old, and I remember just becoming frustrated with some of his behavior and then being frustrated with my frustration, thinking, can't I just unconditionally love him? What is unconditional love? How do I do that? How do I do that? And not long after I had this question, how does one live in unconditional love? I had this dream, and it was a life-changing dream. I never write down my dreams, and this dream took up 12 pages in my journal. And in this dream, I was shown a world of what unconditional love looks like. And my guides, because they knew that I was, looking for family-friendly environments for with my 18-year-old, they showed me this family-friendly planet where the adults and the children just played and loved, and I remember the feeling of being there was just one of being lifted up. Anything was possible. It was just such an incredible feeling. I didn't even want to leave. I would have left everything behind just to stay there. But my guides told me that they showed me this because I was ready to embody unconditional love myself, and they told me to find their way back to them, find my way back to that vibration. And I remember thinking in my dream, I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but yes, I will find my way. I will. And they told me, pay attention to the number 11. That is our signal to you. And as I said, soon after this dream, things just started falling in my lap, just building upon things. And the spiritual journey, I accepted, yes, but it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. When you decide you want to embody unconditional love, when you want to be spiritually enlightened, it'll be worth it. But it's a difficult road. It's a difficult road. Anyway, the 11/11/11, no, November 11th, 2011, I had this building feeling up till that day, just like this bubbling, effervescent feeling. I would just get these pockets of bliss and happiness, and I just knew something would happen on the 11/11/11. And so that day, it was really just a normal day. My kids and I did this random act of kindness where we wrote little notes, 33 of them, little love notes like "you are beautiful" or "the world's better because of you," and we put them on cars in town. And that was such a wonderful thing to do. I remember thinking towards the end of the day, nothing's really happening, but we'll just go with it. But anyway, that night my husband and I had we're making love, and after we were done, I can't really even describe it, but I want to say my soul descended into my body for the first time. And I was shown in an instant how I had been holding everything at arm's length in my life for my own safety, which had been appropriate. It also showed me how I had been so much in control, and again, how that was appropriate, but how I didn't need to do that anymore, how it was time to immerse myself in life, let go of control, and just be in it. And I got these images and these feelings of what it would be like to just immerse myself in my life. And I'm talking to my husband and crying as I'm saying, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing, it's unbelievable, it's beautiful. And and for 3 weeks after that, the rest of November, I was in this energy of life immersion, just immersed in life. And what it was just being very focused in the now. You're so in the moment, you don't remember what happened yesterday. You don't care what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what happened an hour ago, and you don't care what's going to happen in the next minute. You're so just focused in the moment. Just that alone, taking away the regret of the past and the worry of the future and just being able to be where you are, just that alone is amazing. But the things that go with that, I had this high. I had this high all the time. You know what? Later that night, my baby, who was 3 months old at the time, woke up, and my husband and I hadn't slept much. And instead of feeling burdened or tired, I remember making a joke, and we would laugh. We laughed, and I got to see that having this baby in this bed in between us was not a barrier between us, but it was more an expansion of our intimacy, just really dripping and oozing with pleasure and oh, I don't have the words, just satisfaction, I could not sleep at night for the rest of those weeks because I was so excited to wake up the next day. You hear things being compared to like a kid on Christmas. It was better than being a kid on Christmas Eve. I couldn't wait to just be in my day. Can you imagine what that's like? I haven't felt like that in so long. I couldn't wait to be in my day and things like emptying the dishwasher, woohoo! Filling the sugar bowl, I get to fill the sugar bowl! I mean, mundane has always been the worst word in my vocabulary. I hate the word mundane. But when you're in this energy of limitlessness, you love the mundane. You get to celebrate the mundane. So everything is possible. Everything is possible. For me, limitlessness was not being overwhelmed by mothering whatsoever. I knew exactly what to say when my kids were having a difficult time. Can you imagine knowing exactly what to say and to be an effective parent at all times? I knew exactly what to say, exactly how to react. And even if I did yell, I would then laugh at myself and diffuse the situation. I would yell, and then I would immediately laugh at how ridiculous it was that I yelled. I had the energy and interest in my children. I would sit down next to my kid and watch him play Kirby on his 3DS and be totally absorbed. Totally absorbed. Look at that. That is so cool. I would watch my 4-year-old play Minecraft and just be blown away. And I would get all these insights on how he was learning and how it was different from how we traditionally teach. More things. I had energy from my kids. There was this one night that I would picked all 3 of them up and was throwing them on the bed over and over and over again, loving every minute of it. I was loving every minute, but usually I'll do those things because they like it and, want to be a fun, cool parent. I was loving it. I did it for an hour and a half because I loved it. For me, that's a big deal. The next night they wanted to do it again, and I tried, it didn't work, so we did something else. We read books over and over and over. And again, for me, reading books is something like, okay, I'll read a book because it's what I'm supposed to do. Try and get through the pages to get it over with. But with this, I was immersed in the book. We would talk about the different pictures. We would linger. We would take our time. And not because I had to, because I wanted to. Those things for me, really being interested and engaged and enjoying my kids. I mean, looking at my kids and getting tears in my eyes because how wonderful they are. Just how wonderful they are. More examples, not stressing out because I don't have groceries in the house. I have no groceries in the house. But you know what? You have this new creative energy that you can look at the things you have left and whip up something brand new and delicious. My husband would ask me in the evenings, do you want a beer? No, I don't need a beer. I'm high on life. But yes, I will have a beer because let's celebrate. Every moment was a celebration. I remember I had to run outside in the morning and get a piece of tree bark so I could write bliss on it. I'd be sitting in my bathroom and looking at all the new fangled ways I could decorate it. Just all these insights coming in, the creativity, the just being happy in each moment. I would wake up every morning. Is it still there? Is that feeling still there? Yes, it's still there. Let's celebrate. That is limitlessness. I remember saying, I could have 10 kids. I could have 10 kids and it would be awesome. I could do it. And I don't feel like that right now. I don't want 10 kids. I feel done. But when you're in the limitlessness, you know you can handle anything. You know what? You don't even have to intend. You don't have to intend because you just know it'll work out. I think during this time, my husband and I were trying to find a hotel room. And he called and it was booked. We were on a waiting list, 5th on the waiting list. And instead of getting upset, I'm like, you know what? There's a solution. They'll call us or whatever. We'll find a place. You just don't care. You know it'll work out. And wouldn't you know, we're 5th on the waiting list. We got in. We got in the hotel. You don't even have to intend parking spaces because you just know they're going to be there. You don't have to script things because you know you are provided for in each moment. Can you imagine knowing you're provided for in each moment, not being afraid, not worrying, knowing exactly what to do, having new creative ideas, new energy? And one of the really best parts of all was that you're so high in this energy. You're so full of love for yourself, for the world, for your family, for everybody. I mean, I would be waving at people in my car. Hey, how you doing? I'd wave at trees. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. I mean, you're just so full of life. And you're so full of it, full of yourself, that you don't need to eat. I've talked about this a little bit, and this is a place where we can get to if we want to. I know my husband and I and some of my friends are being primed for this right now. We've lost a lot of interest in food. And when you're of this vibration, food is just something you have for the experience of pleasure, festivity, celebration, but it is not your main source of nourishment anymore because you are self-sustaining. You are self-sustaining. It's coming from inside you and going around you and back inside you. You don't need food. And if you do eat, you don't get fat. I mean, talk about limitlessness. You can eat whatever you want, or you don't eat anything at all, and your body knows exactly what to do. If that's not a big seller in limitlessness, I don't know what is. So anyway, I did feel this for 3 gorgeous, beautiful weeks. And when I didn't feel it anymore, it was really hard. Oh my God, it was so hard, so hard. And the past 3+ years, I've been doing all the work needed that I had to get that energy myself, and I have had glimpses of it. Like I'll have a day of it. Oh, here it is. Here's this limitlessness. Let's enjoy it. I remember a day like that. I gave my kids ice cream for breakfast because why the hell not? Let's have ice cream for breakfast. Maybe that doesn't seem like a big deal, but you're not afraid of food anymore because you know that it can't harm you. Nothing can harm you. You're not afraid of anything. And just knowing that your body can heal itself, that it knows what to do with food, that it knows how to stay above illnesses, that it knows how to become its divine blueprint of physical perfection. Those of you that are trying to conceive, listen to this. Your body is regenerating itself, restructuring itself. If you've needed those procedures in the past and they are not working right now, it's because you don't need them. It's because you don't need them. If you want this limitlessness, your body can do what it needs. You can grow new teeth. Seriously, you can grow. It doesn't matter. We wouldn't even know. We don't even know. But this limitlessness is here for us, for the taking. I have been feeling it more since this spring equinox last week. Was that last week? I don't know. The 20th. And I did have a beautiful week of feeling it. Like, oh my God, it's here again. It's here again. Where you just, you're moved to tears because of the beauty and everything. And it is here again. It's here again. And we're going to feel it more this month of April. And that's why I'm talking about it. Invite it, intend it, say, yes, I want this limitlessness. I want it because this is the energy that will change the world. It will change the world. And on that note, I have to finish with this gorgeous poem that's in the Wee Moon calendar. If you don't know the Wee Moon calendars, you have to get them because they're amazing and they're always so accurate and beautiful. But this one is called Blessing, and it really spoke to me today, and it talks about the moment when we see the limitlessness and how it just changes. So I'm going to end this post with this poem today. Blessing. Grace meets you between two heartbeats. In a blink, pulse, shift a breeze, rippling cat's fur, all is changed. All. And the world, which leaned into its negative pole, glances, fascinated by the positive, all before breakfast, all before the day's first tasks. The great longing lifts like a voice, like wings, and soars effortlessly, splendidly. A thing of such joy, the birds stop singing and the animals come out to listen. All the people put down their masks and tools and stand awash in the moment. What will we tell the children? How remember the instant we glimpsed grace and knew true peace like stars at night, water in the desert, the first great breath on surfacing. The first great breath on surfacing. We're about to experience that this month. We're about to breathe for the first time. If you're watching this, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Invite it in, the limitlessness, your first great breath of you. Invite it in. It's there for you, sister. It's there. And it's up to us to embody it so we can change this world. And that's what the babies want us to do. So let's do it. All right? I love you.